Happy Friday, my Purple Banditos, and welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time we obtained the light arrows. Now today we're actually back outside near the entrance, actually right at the beginning of the entrance, and we have gone ahead and flipped the temple. So now everything is going to be upside down. Now last time we've actually been preparing for it. If you guys remember, we opened up a bunch of chests. We already obtained a good amount of stray fairies, and I guess you could consider this the second half of the temple. So today we're going to be hopefully obtaining the boss key and then, you know, making our way to the boss room. Once again, make sure you guys give this video a like. It's much appreciated now that we're here on the second half of the Stone Tower Temple. So this is kind of cool now that we're actually seeing it, that it's just absolutely just completely flipped. Everything has just gone ahead and been changed. Wait till you guys see this temple. It's already looking amazing. I can't even imagine how much better it's gonna look the deeper we get into it. I'm really excited to explore this temple now in, you know, Majora's Mask 3D, considering how much has already changed. Now, another thing that we can do is, now that we have the light arrows, we don't really need any light to filter down from the top in order for us to, you know, bring down those blocks. This looks like a completely different temple. So this is literally the room that we were just in, where everything was just, you know, we were just opening up chests left and right, no big deal. But now that everything has gone ahead and flipped, it's just so much different, and it just takes so much more to take it all in at once. You know, I think this is the part of the temple that, I guess you could say, freaks me out a little bit, because it is so much more difficult than any other, you know, part of a temple we took on. I think it's just the fact that it's not even that we left everything set up already. It's just that we have to go back and remember every single thing that we already flipped out, and just make sure that we, you know, collect everything and that our work pays off that we already did. Let me see if I can angle myself a little bit better, though. There we go. Very nice, very nice. So this is just going to be another stray fairy, as I said. So we have 11 right now. We're actually very close to collecting all of the stray fairies, a little bit closer than I expected us to be. So this is actually going really, really well so far. I feel like temples have been going pretty well in our favor. They're honestly one of the easiest parts, or at least for me. I feel like these have been going pretty well. I think it's the side quests that always give me a little bit more trouble. And there we go. We have gone ahead and landed. Let me just go ahead and step on it as normal Link. And as you guys can see, yeah, we're actually going to need to probably play the Elegy of Emptiness, I bet. So let me just go ahead and play that. I feel like we always need to play it everywhere we step. You know, you guys are better off just playing it and hoping that you're right, rather than, you know, disregarding it. Because I bet you if we take one step off of this, that fire is lit yet again. So there we have it. Elegy of Emptiness back in place. And now, what do you guys say we actually make our way up there then? And, you know, open up our rewards. I feel like we deserve these after, you know, everything we've been doing here in Termina, all these dungeons, you know, all the work we've been putting in. I feel like we deserve to get our just desserts. All right. Oh, yeah, this is nice. That was actually very, very good. That should take me straight up to the top, and now I'll be able to open up that chest. If I could just, like, guide myself in there. Oh! Are you serious? I'm so dumb. Okay, guys. Okay, let me try this again. I'm honestly terrible. I thought I was going to be able to do that. Let me try to keep my guy, like, forward so I can actually, like, aim my way in there. Alright, well, now that the mine is gone, this should be a little bit easier, right? So sorry about that, little Deku man. I wasn't trying to blow you up there. Alright, so with that, we got ourselves our 12th stray fairy. So we're very close to finishing them up. I'm kind of glad that we did knock out these chests beforehand. So we should be just completely fine to finish these off. Once we have all of the stray fairies, this temple literally just turns into, like, one of the easier ones. I think it's just the stray fairies that are a little bit hard to get, but once you actually get them, you should be completely cool. All right, let's continue on out of here then. I don't think there's much else that we are gonna need to do once we go ahead and trigger the little bit of sun. So with that, guys, you can also, which is kind of cool, you know, just trigger anything pretty much that has the sun emblem with the light arrows. So I really like that fact. So as you guys can tell, there's an upside down chest there, so it makes you wonder, like, how the heck are we gonna come back and get it? I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure that out as we get going, because there's another chest right there. There's so many chests in this dungeon that you really have to make sure that you know what the heck you're doing. You really have to make sure that, you know, you're keeping in track, and I don't know, maybe keep a notebook with you and write them down, you know, something of that sort, so you just know how many chests you have left and where to find everything. With that, though, we got another key, so, you know, at least we're making some sort of progress around here. All right, if I could just not get hit by a mine again, I would be pretty content with that. Let's keep exploring the rooms, though. Let me see. I knew there was going to be another little ray of sunshine here. There just always seems to be a bunch of them located around this place. Alright, with that, we have gone ahead and dropped down, though. So let me go ahead and see if I can equip the Goron mask just to run through here again. As I said to you guys before, you know, you don't take any damage from the lava, so you're probably just better off just doing it this way. Now, this is actually going to force the room to flip one more time. So, you know, it's kind of funny if you look at it. What it's doing is just making us flip the room to make our way through it. It's kind of strange, but that's another game mechanic that they've kind of put in. I think it's really, really cool. There's just a bunch of rooms that flip on themselves, so you don't even have to go outside for them. These rooms will pretty much just take care of themselves. You know, as soon as you hit the little sun, you know, this whole little stone and everything is just going to start flipping. And it gives you a lot of possibilities for puzzles, I guess you could say. I know when I was a kid, I was definitely really tricked into these things. I was like, how exactly are you supposed to move this thing? And then I started realizing that these little diamonds that were also the same diamonds located outside of the temple were also used inside of the rooms in order to move some of the puzzle pieces, like these blocks. So I'm just going to go ahead and push this block all the way across. This is pretty much where we want it to be placed. And then we should be able to just flip it yet again. It's quite simple. At least, you know, Link can somehow land. This dude's getting his room completely flipped, and he's just like, yep, it's nothing to him. You know, he's used to it. He's used to the gravity just changing. It's kind of funny to see that, though, every time. All right, let me go ahead and just knock these guys out. They're just a little bit of a pain. I think it just kind of gives them to you to make sure you don't run out of anything. That's pretty much why half these enemies are in Majora's Mask. You know, since supplies are kind of hard, and a lot of the time you have to reset, you know, pretty much everything. I think they give you these types of enemies, so you're just like, you know, I don't feel that bad. I don't feel that terrible about, you know, worrying about running out of arrows or anything else. So with that, we're going to go ahead and flip it one more time. I love seeing the way this flips every time, too. You know, even seeing it now that I'm older is still really, really cool to see that. I don't know. I always like taking it in and, you know, seeing the little things in this game, and I think it's really, really cool. If these guys could stop spawning, that would be really, really nice. That would make things just a little bit easier. And by a little bit easier, I mean a lot easier. All right, there we go. The block should pretty much land exactly where we want it to. And there we have it, guys. So we figured out another puzzle, another little room down here. So we're doing actually quite good. Quite good so far. I'm actually really happy about the way this is going. Now, one more thing we're going to have to do is just climb on top and jump across. And there we go. We made our way through another room. These rooms feel so linear, too. I feel like we're just following a bunch of rooms that are just taking us through, you know, things we've explored before, even though we haven't explored flipping the room. But at least enemies like this. And this is one of the easier enemies, too, now that we have the light arrows. So we can pretty much just, like, chill and just wait for him to come at us. I told you guys he was going to be easy with, like, ice arrows. Just wait for him with light arrows. This guy is just a piece of cake. Oh, there we go. He's already, like, running around from, like, 2 arrow shots. This guy doesn't care, dude. He's just traveling from temple to temple, just doing some mean damage, you know? This guy's just trying to, like, ruin a couple people's day. All right, where's this last one at? Right up there. This should be very simple. So that should do it. That should take him down. And there we have it. We've got another puzzle. So this was actually a really, really simple takedown. The power creep in this game is just a little bit too strong. Wait till we actually get the Great Fairy Sword. That's going to be a blast. That thing can just, like, shred through anything you want it to. It's actually really freaking cool. All right, let's go ahead and look around, though. We have 2 fairies left to find somewhere around here, guys. Let's hope that we can... Oh, Poes are everywhere. This is such a weird freaking dungeon. Because here's the thing. If we fall down now... You're falling down into space? I don't know how that works. We're falling into the oblivion. You know, we're pretty much just falling down into nothingness, which is a little bit scary. Imagine if you were just looking down for a second as Link, like right now, and you're just looking down into that darkness. That's kind of a freaky feeling, you know, that you could just fall into that and just be like, you know, in an endless night. It's kind of scary to think about in a very weird way. Let me keep exploring around here, though. I think I'm headed the right... Yeah, this is definitely the right way. Now, I'm actually going to have to take down some of these statues, you know, so they face plant and then just, like, explode. That's actually just a little bit different. I'm kind of not used to seeing some of these statues, too. I feel like enemies are just a little bit different in this game as well. All right, what is that going to do? That triggered something. I don't know. We're probably going to have to play the Elegy of Emptiness once again. At least I managed to remember that song after playing it like 1,800 times as we have already. I mean, just coming here, I feel like we've played this song a ton. So let me go ahead and just knock that song out. And let's keep exploring, though. I want to turn back around. I want to see what else we can find, because I really want to get through as much of this dungeon as possible. So far, so good. I feel like we are doing things right. What the heck, man? Really? I'm just trying to make my way over there, dude. I gotta knock these guys down. Just, you know, make sure they explode on their heads. They're pretty much just like any other thing that you can explode. So they're not, like, insanely difficult to blow up if you just shoot them. Alright, guys, with that, we're gonna go ahead and open up another chest. And with that, we have gotten another small key. So this is not the stray fairy we've been looking for. I've probably been watching a little too much Star Wars. I've just been kind of like, you know, watching it little by little. I'm on like episode 5 right now. I need to finish that up. I've been like just stalling for so long that, I don't know, I've just kind of been, you know, just kind of procrastinating it. But I do want to finish it off. I think episode 6 is probably my favorite though. I just really like the whole story behind it. I think it was like such a big surprise if you watched it through for the first time by yourself. And, you know, it was, I mean, I was already told what was going to happen. I feel like everybody was if you weren't in the 70s. But, you know, it was still kind of cool to see it for the first time by myself. So I always get a good bit of nostalgia going back and watching those Star Wars. Let me go ahead and make my way right over here, though. Yeah, this is looking quite good for us, guys. We're doing something right. We're doing something right. Although we might be just, like, messing around and having a little bit of random talks. I think we're headed in the right direction, guys. You know, this is what it's all about. That's what's fun about playing Zelda for me. It's just like the levels of randomness that you can just like explore without it. I'm not getting hit by these guys again. Also, be careful picking up these rupees. Your wallet's going to be a lot heavier. They're really huge rupees that give you a lot. Honestly, they're great. With that, though, we have entered inside of another room. And guess who it could be, guys? It looks like the Batman is sprawling up on us. I see a bunch of bats. Could this be a sign? Who's it gonna be? Alright, guys, so it's gonna be a creepy, dark guy. I don't remember this guy's name. We'll just call him Death. That's kind of what he seems like. And, you know, he's got that, like, that center. That light center where we're just able to, like, shoot him with light arrows and just, like, tear him up. He's actually pretty simple. So far, I guess you could say. If we could keep this up, I'd be completely happy with our progress. I always say that, but I actually really would be. This guy's already took a bunch of hits from us, too. So if I could just, like, nail, like, one more hit on him, I think, wow, really? Okay. This guy's taken a lot more hits than a lot of enemies we've already faced, which I'm actually kind of surprised about. There's not many enemies that would be able to handle this many light arrows, but there we have it, guys. So with that, we've gone ahead and took him down. So there goes his Scyther and his little center orb, whatever the heck it was. So that was a little bit different. I gotta tell you guys, that was a little bit different. If this had been Castlevania, we'd probably be picking up that item. But with that, guys, we have gone ahead and obtained what I came for here today. I told you guys, we're gonna be going after the boss key. So there we have it. Now, what do you say we keep exploring around a little bit, though? Because we still do have to make our way to the actual boss door. So, you know, we're still not done with this yet. We still have quite a bit to do here in this dungeon, guys. There is a lot for us to do, actually. So let's just keep on exploring. It's actually really fun, though, getting the chance to play through this with you guys. It's like playing through an old game with a bunch of old friends. I love that. Love getting that feeling. All right, let's keep going, though. I just got to make sure I'm headed in the right direction. This is a lot to have, you know, remembered at once. It's honestly a lot to take in. So I just got to make sure that, you know, I'm doing things in the right way. I believe that I am, so I'm not even too worried about it. I feel like we're going to be collecting our last 2 chests, then, you know, a special item here and there, and then we should be able to take on the final boss of this game, which is actually not that hard, too. Well, not the final boss, the final dungeon boss, and it's actually not that difficult of a boss, or I guess it never has really been for me. I think it's one of the bosses that are some of the most fun for me. It's a really awesome boss fight. All right, let's keep on going, though. I like how these guys are just, like, chilling. These statues are so freaking weird. Like, you shoot them and then they just come down and, like, kill themselves. By all means, I mean, if that's what they want to do. Alright, that's another chest opened up for us, which is really good, actually. This means that we're very close to where we need to be, guys. Very close. Let's see if that'll actually drop us down. Perfect. Okay, so we're actually just about where I want us to be, guys. This is very good for us. We've done pretty much everything that I wanted to for today, and even a little more on top of that, which is really awesome. So I'm excited to just come back out here really quick. Let's go ahead and flip this. You know, we still got to obtain all those upside down puzzles, all the upside down chests. I don't know how we don't die here. I really don't know. I guess it just kind of drops us down. There's something weird about Stone Temple, guys. We actually do need to do this yet again. So let's just go ahead and set back up for it. This is just something that we have to do. I know, it's kind of weird that it makes you do this over and over again, or that it doesn't make you do it after the first flip, but after that, it's like, yep, come on, man, start playing your songs yet again, and best of luck to you, because we need to make our way back inside of that dungeon. Alright, let me go ahead and just put on the Goron's mask. You know, just the little things we gotta do, guys, just to get back onto the right track. And you know what? We actually did quite a bunch today, which I'm excited for. We'll definitely be taking on Twin Mold next time. I always say Twin Rova, I don't know why. So we will be taking on Twin Mold next time, which is gonna be a really, really good time. If you guys have ever, you know, gotten this far in the game and took on Twin Mold, it's a really, really fun fight. It's one of those fights that I would always come back and then just like jump right back into the portal and then just do it again because of how much fun it actually was. I love just going back and just doing that fight over and over and seeing the different ways that I could do it. Last but not least though, there we have it, guys. So this is gonna be the last one we need to play in order to enter the temple again. So with that, you know, all the crazy stuff's gonna start happening again. The blocks are gonna be back in place, and we are ready to continue on. You know, nothing too crazy happening this time. It's pretty much just putting the blocks back in place. That's what the game wants to do for us. You know, it's pretty much just like setting us back up for success. It's just like, good luck, man. You seem to know what you're doing. All right, so last but not least here, we have entered back inside of Stone Tower Temple the first way it was. Okay, that was really bad. I should have done a little something more to take down these guys. So we're gonna go ahead and open up this chest, guys. With that, we have gone ahead and obtained our 14th Stray Fairy, so we're very close to finishing up the Stray Fairies. We're actually very, very close to finishing up everything here. So let me just go ahead and explore around a little more, though, because I believe there was one more chest left for us to do, or left for us to get. So I just want to make sure that we get that chest before we go any further. Okay, let me go ahead and actually just dive down a little bit and see if we can find, there's that chest, there it is. So with that, guys, very cool, very awesome. Yeah, the fish is coming at us. With that, guys, we have gone ahead and obtained our 15th and final Stray Fairy. So with that, we are set to go. We got all 15 Stray Fairies, and we're ready to take on the boss of this dungeon. We have the boss key ready to go, and I'm actually very excited now. We're pretty much set up for success. So next time, we will just be taking on Twin Mold, the boss of this dungeon, and hopefully clearing Termina of everything that's left. So make sure you guys give this video a like. It's much, much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.